And welcome back. You're watching The Topics. Our penultimate topic today is 1 in 2.8 Thai married couples ended up divorced in recent years. So what's that, like 1/3? Almost?
About 1/3.
2.8. I mean, 2.8 isn't like the whole couple, but 1 out of 2.8 is getting divorced.
Well, you can't get divorced on your own. It happens to 2 people, right?
No. Well, who's the 0.8? Is the 0.8 the +1 or plus 0.8?
I have no idea. The thing is that you're saying a lot more people are getting divorced. 108,000 divorces in the year 2010.
Okay, are more people getting married though?
There were only 280,000 people.
Only?
Less people are getting married.
285,000 couples got married in 2010. 28% of which, or about 108,000, divorced in the same year.
Okay, I hope it's not those who just got married.
So,
I don't think it's referring to those who just got married.
No, but I think it's 108,000 couples got divorced.
In the same year.
Yeah, in that year.
Not the same. Yeah. Not 1 year marriages, surely.
Yeah. Okay, so what's happening? You're married.
Yes, I am.
So share your perspective.
Happily married?
Oh yes, very happy.
Please. Yeah. Not a desperate housewife?
No, not a desperate housewife. not at all. My 2nd year anniversary is coming up in November, so it's I've only been married for 2 years and.
What a big ring you have.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you.
Happily
My
married for sure.
Very generous. But I mean, if you look at the statistic here, it's very alarming because if about 300,000 couples get married, in a couple of years ago, and then 1/3 gets divorced in the same year, it's pretty scary statistic because it's either through economic hardship or it's lack of understanding or whatever, or people get married for the wrong reason.
Do you think it's Thai women taking control of their lives more and realizing that a lot of their husbands are sort of drunken philanderers and saying, "Hey, I've had enough of this"? What do you think?
Perhaps. I think people want to. I mean, people are gaining, women. Are financially independent now, and guys, and men are also getting married when they get older. I mean, as they get older. So maybe it's
more guys. Maybe it's more guys marrying and realizing they're not actually heterosexual. They're actually homosexual and getting divorced and switching.
The third party is
no, I don't think so.
Okay. No, but perhaps the statistics look bad because less people are getting married. As in, the pool of people getting married is dropped significantly.
What?
Well, I'm not sure.
We don't know. I don't know what
was the previous year or the year before. But the report also goes on to say that people are marrying late or delaying marriages, right? People
but actually, generally speaking, half of the married couple end up in a divorce anyway. So it's statistically speaking.
I mean, in the UK, the statistics are much higher than that. Divorce rates are much higher. I think it's almost.
These are referring to officially registered marriages, correct?
Yeah.
There are a lot of people in Thailand who actually are married, but they are not officially registered. That means you're not registered with the government authority. You just went through a ceremony.
Think of all the minor wives as well. Okay.
Right, but why are people not registered?
Minor wife? It's not a technical term.
Minor wife.
Minor is a smaller size wife.
Turning the clock back 20 or 30 years, talking about minor wives. No, but I mean, if you could add those ones into the statistics as well, then it would be a lot more.
Yeah, so there are actually a lot of, So I mean,
well, those are the ones that are causing divorce.
Really?
Well, I mean, first of all, don't cheat on your wife, don't cheat on your husband. If you're gonna get married, you better make sure you have to be in a monogamous.
What was the statistic last week?
Yeah, Thailand was number 1 in terms of men. The most men with the most.
I thought it wasn't the men. I thought it was the women.
Men was number 1. Women was number 2.
That were the most that had the highest infidelity rate in
men
the world.
Was number 1 in the world. Women was number 2 in the world.
Okay.
Yeah. For the survey that was done last week.
The Durac survey. Did you hear about? Did you read about this?
No, I didn't hear about
it. I thought they said that 69% of Thai women. 69%? I don't know.
Anyway, they were saying that women had the ability
had been unfaithful to their partners.
The women now have the ability to be like men.
No, cheating is cheating, so don't do it. If you're going to be committed in a committed relationship, whether you legally married or not, if you are in a relationship, you should not cheat. You should not lie. So it's let's keep this
I would add to this, you know. I mean, get married for the right reasons. We're out of time on this topic. We'll move to our next topic, right? So our next topic is about, I think it's two young girls who actually died in PP Island.
PP Island.
Mm-hmm.
And an autopsy report said they found insecticide, DEET, in their bodies.
Yeah, two Canadians.
And apparently, you know, it's not poison. They were not given this. They were not given this accidentally. How did this happen?
Well, they weren't intentionally poisoned, right? But what they say is that on some of the bucket type cocktail drinks that you can buy in these resorts, they used DEET as one of the ingredients. And that, if they put too much in, that can lead to quite a gruesome...
It tastes horrible, I'm sure, right? Firstly.
Well, I mean, I think if you mix it, you know, with the cocktail, with
why
the drinks,
the hell do you want to put insecticide into...
Okay, so let's see, the other chemical is potentially neurotoxic, is a potentially neurotoxic mosquito repellent. Okay, we know that much about DEET, so it's been around for years. It's sometimes used as an ingredient to add an extra kick to a euphoria-inducing cocktail that is popular among young people in Thailand. So,
have you heard of it? I mean, okay, we've gone past that age, but you know, I think it's going to be totally ridiculous to be drinking stuff like that.
I'd hate to think that when I've been out at a party or in the islands partying back in the day, that I was taking drinks that had DEET in. I mean.
No.
I mean, how crazy is that? I mean, you're buying drinks at some beach bar late at night. Everyone's totally bombed out of their brains or high. And the guy behind the bar is some beach kid who's pouring drinks, and he's also adding in DEET into their little silver bucket. I mean, that's crazy. That's really crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
how do we stop this? How do we stop this?
Well, I mean, it's
already caused the death of 2 people now, and this is going into global attention now. People all over the world are looking at this. What, we are drinking insecticides in Thailand? How do we stop this?
Yeah, first of all, I mean, tourists who are coming here have to, I think, you know, they have to be careful.
Yeah.
You know, and not drink the drinks that are given, you know, from
the first time
strangers.
This has happened.
You
it's
know,
not the first time.
Yeah.
It's happened a few times over the last few years. So it's just that, I mean.
But some of the, you know, I mean, a lot of the tourists that are coming here, the youngsters, you know.
Oh, they're coming here to enjoy themselves,
and
get drunk and get high and have a good party, go to full moon party and whatnot. And this is all part of the experience, having those bucket drinks. But I'm sure if they knew that there's potentially fatal ingredient in there, I mean, there must be another way of doing it, making those drinks without putting in DEET. I mean.
Is it because the price of alcohol is too high and DEET is cheap? I don't know. What the hell? What do you do
now? No, because the point is that it gives it a more of a kick. I mean, it's like people drink vodka Red Bull, you know, when they go out because they want to get you know, they want to get like an up, you know, they want to get more energy, get an energy boost. So they'll drink a vodka Red Bull.
Yeah, vodka Red Bull is not dangerous if it's not behind a Ferrari, right? So. Anyway,
okay.
No, that's definitely safer than drinking insecticide. Come on, right?
It's dangerous, you know. And I mean, it's drinking. It's the mix of these drinks. I think they have to be, you know, regulated. I mean, not regulated.
I think it's hard. It's going to be hard for them to stamp out.
Probably.
But I think the authorities in these islands like PP, Phang Na, they need. You know, wherever Samui, wherever there's a big party going on, wherever these kind of beach hut places are where these drinks are sold, I think it's going to be pretty hard for them to stamp out the practice of doing it, but people should know.
Yeah.
I mean, young backpacker tourists should know the dangers. I mean, it's one thing just buying some weed off some guy and smoking it. Okay, maybe a lot of people might do that, but it's another thing like buying cocktails, and if they knew that what had happened and that this had these ingredients in it, then I'm pretty sure that they might stick to something slightly less exotic, you know.
Well, we're out of time. It was fun having our first female guest, wasn't it, Jay? We had a female perspective on
Yeah.
a lot of topics. Thank you for coming on our show.
Thank you.
Right, so thank you for watching us, and as usual, you can go to Facebook, facebook.com/thetopics, where you can suggest topics of interest that you want us to address, as well as comment on our show. So we'll see you next week.
Don't believe what they tell you. They try to sell you. When dreams died, plans fell through. They can never break your pride. It's time to regulate.